All right, welcome back to Pharmacist on Call. Your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt, your community pharmacist. Your doctors are busy, your pharmacists are busy, they don't have time. For this hour, I do. So call back on those questions and those comments. Looks like we've got another caller here, so we want to get right back into your calls. We've got Michael. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. May I help you? Michael.
Yes, sir.
How can we help you today?
What is your strongest CBD oil?
It ranges from 125 on up to 1,000.
What should take first?
Sir?
What should you take first?
I would suggest starting out with a smaller dose because there's a cost thing. 99% of my patients respond to the smaller amounts. I try to keep the hemp oil as affordable as possible. So our smallest bottle runs about $20 or $25, and then you start running 40, 50, 100 and so like that. So just start with a small bottle, play with the dose and see what dose you need on it.
Okay, that's your $125, $20.
Yeah, $20 for the one with THC. If you don't want THC, then that small bottle will be $25.
Okay, Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Yeah, I guess I should have mentioned that too. We try to make it as affordable as possible. So it's a half ounce bottle, and if you're doing a half a dropper full, that'll last you maybe a month or so. So for $20, $25, a pretty good deal. Most people have responded, which is why I offer the free samples. And I forgot to tell you guys, I told our friends on Facebook, every day, free samples of the hemp cream, free samples of the hemp oil. So if you're in the Nashville area and you want to sample it and see what all the hoopla is about, see if I'm just selling snake oil, come on by and see, and we'll let you sample it. I'm that confident in our product, but most people they buy after that. I will say that it lasts a while. Most people say the samples last up to 2 days. So what will happen, even with the skeptics, is they'll try it and walk off, but they'll start hurting again in 2 days, and it brings them back to buy it. So the stuff works. I think that we were talking about Garcinia cambogia, and so I was saying that the second thing that it does to help you lose weight, it has a mild antidepressant effect. Holiday season, we tend to get down with seasonal affective dysphoria disorder. So we get a little sad. We tend to binge eat, especially with that comfort food and all that stuff. So this keeps our mood up so we don't have the inclination to overeat. The third way that it helps you lose weight is what it does is there is an enzyme that converts our food to fat at night while we sleep. That enzyme is called citrate lyase. This blocks that conversion from the stuff we eat into fat. And you just number 2 it on out because this is highly fibrous. So that's the 3 ways that Garcinia works. The thing I love most about this, it is very effective, but does not raise blood pressure. You have so many diet pills, for those of you who can remember the fen craze back in the late 90s and early 2000s, will not affect your blood pressure. So that's why I love it. Safest thing. Ours is 95% pure. And if you happen to find a Garcinia product, look for the percent of hydroxycitric acid, HCA, because that is what will make the difference. So it may say, a 1 million milligrams, but look on the back of the bottle and see what percent hydroxycitric acid. If it's 55 and 65, it can't touch my stuff like hammer. So this is 95% hydroxycitric acid. So it's about as pure as you can get. Available on Pruitt'sDiscountPharmacy.com. All right, so look, we got one more call. We're going to jump into it. Tammy, welcome to Pharmacist on Call. How may I help you?
My name is Tammy.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
I'm calling regarding, I've heard about these creams that are being sold for arthritis.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if it's the hemp cream or the CBC oils. Can you give me some information as to what exactly it is and if it works?
Okay, good question. Yes, ma'am, it does work. This is our Pharmacist Blends hemp lotion, also available on Pruitt'sDiscountPharmacy.com. This has about 300 milligrams of hemp or 300 milligrams of CBD in it, along with some other ingredients. And yes, this does work very quickly. We also give free samples of this. So, Tammy, if you're in the area, come and sample it. This works in about less than a minute from everybody that we've let try it. So your knees, your hips, your hands, for those of you who work with your hands a lot, you contractors out there who having to stand up, for those of you who are housekeepers or chefs, this is the stuff for you. So free sample of this right here. Yes, ma'am.
And what hours are you open if we want to come and get a sample?
9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Through the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday is my late day. That's 12 to 6. And then Sunday, 12 to 4. So you want to pop out of church, swing on by.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye-bye. Also, speaking of oils and creams, guys, I've come up and I've formulated an oil for eczema. And so we're giving free samples of that. I've just started selling it. So it's Pharmacist Blends Eczema Lotion. Well, I call it Pruitt Potion. But it is shown to be effective. And I've sampled this all over the city at different fairs. Everybody's gotten benefit out of it. It looks like it's something you'll have to apply twice a day. So whether you have eczema, psoriasis, any kind of skin condition, this stuff is proven to be pretty beneficial. So I would come by. I think our small bottle is $15.99. The large one is $29.99. So the people who have had the worst eczema, if you look at some of our Facebook posts, and I've posted about how they benefited from it. So yeah, stop in for that. Let's see, we talked about this. We are going to get into, speaking of weight loss, we also want to talk about detoxing, a good colon cleanse. So this product is called CKLS, which stands for colon, kidney, liver, spleen. This is about a 10 herb combination. It's formulated by Dr. Paul Goss, who is an herbalist out of Compton, California. And he's put together a pretty special product here. As I said, it's a 10 herb combination. It scrapes the colon walls, cleans out those intestines pretty good. And what it does is clean the blood supply to the colon, and then it starts cleaning the blood supply to the liver, the kidney, and the spleen. So the way that you would take this is you do an initial cleanse, start out with 5 capsules on day 1, 4 on day 2, 3, then 2, then 1. And me, this takes about 12 to 15 hours to work, so I'm able to take them first thing in the morning and go throughout my day without any fear of having to run to the bathroom during work. You'll want to stay up on your alkaline water with this because your large intestines needs water in order to move all of the toxins out. So minimum half a gallon of water with this. So this, you can eat your breakfast, take this right after. And usually it'll hit you either late that night, probably about 9, 10 o'clock at night, or first thing in the morning before you go to work. And it's not something that's got you going all day. You'll have about 1 or 2 rounds and then you'll be good to go. After you do that initial cleanse, then you can start to do about maybe 1 or 2 a day. Once you're regular and you're having about 1 or 2 bowel movements a day, then you can just back off of them and then just until it's time for the next cleanse, which is probably going to be around holiday season and then probably in the spring around the Memorial Day, 4th of July. So CKLS, colon, kidney, liver, spleen. What I tell people about this, if you were a kid and you swallowed a Now-Later or a penny and it never came out, it's coming out now. This stuff here is no joke. All right, so we talk about weight loss, but now let's talk about weight gain. We know that some of you ladies out there want to go from slim chick to slim thick. So we have something called Epetamine, which is a weight gainer. So we have a number of people who have asked us about weight gaining products. This is it as far as over the counter. Now we have some suggestions for prescription medicine. So Epetamine has an ingredient in it called cyproheptadine, which is a prescription medication for those of you who are familiar with Periactin. And what it does is it stimulates the appetite, so you eat more, you gain weight. So apparently this is a low enough dose that it's able to be sold as an over-the-counter product. Also has some amino acids in it to help you kind of bulk up too. So for those of you small frame, you want to get a little bit thicker, I recommend using this and eating a high protein diet, eating responsibly, don't eat bad stuff, and then probably do some resistance training to help really build up your lean muscle as well. So also available on Pruitt's DiscountPharmacy.com. Epetamine. Let's see. I believe we talked about beetroot juice. So we'll finish up with this. Beetroot juice, blood pressure, diabetes, low cholesterol, high cholesterol, low iron, liver, kidney, pancreas issues. Beetroot juice handles it all. And I got started on this when I first opened. I had a number of people who had blood pressure issues, the DOT drivers, and they couldn't get past their tests. These people were already on medication and still could not pass their DOT physicals. So I put them on this, 1 cap before the appointment, and they all passed. So since then, we've really been doing a number with the beetroot juice. One came back and said he noticed his A1C was going down and his blood sugar. So yes, this also helps with diabetes. But stay right there. We'll be right back. We're up on another break.